I am Dustin Morris, and I'm standing here next to a black building with my new friend Tim. Dude, it was awesome. I put together a band of just really talented players, and I kind of woke up the next day. You're like kind of dating somebody, and you wake up and you're like, I think I'm in a relationship. I think I have a girlfriend. Anyway, I think I have a band now, and it was awesome, man. We put together kind of a dance set and did such. Brought our dancing shoes. It was fun, dude. It was my first Treefort to play under my name, which is really cool. In a million different directions at the speed of light. Yeah, well, actually, kind of the story goes, I was in a band called Edison, and we were traveling coast to coast several times a year for years. And every time we get to a place, it was always play the show, load up, and go to the next place. We came to Treefort in 2018, I want to say, had a few showcases here, and actually had a few days to walk around and check out the city. And I was like, this is where I want to be right now in my life. It was nice. Everything was just kind of like clear and pristine. It was cool. Good music scene too. What might have been said, I left you alone. Yeah, I have a full length that I put out in 2007, a long time ago, called Balance. And then from there, I went on the road with several other bands. I was a long-time side guy playing different instruments. And so there was about a 10-year gap, and about an 11-year gap putting out music. And when I came here, I started putting out music in 2020, and just 2 days ago I released my 9th single. So about every 8 to 10 weeks. Yeah, there was definitely a gap there from 2007 to 2020. Say goodbye to everything we are and everything. Yeah. The single's called Where Do We Go, and it deals with losing touch with friends and then not having a chance to reach out until it's too late. We all get wrapped up in life. And then we don't really think about that, and all of a sudden, if you don't talk to someone for a while, the conversation gets really big, and it gets even harder to call them. So this song was just kind of a message to get out there and call their friends. And I had a lot of friends call me this week and be like, man, yeah, you were right, I haven't talked to you in a long time. And if you do that, it really just makes somebody's day, even if it takes a minute. Should've never lost touch so long ago. God, I know, man. Some great friends. Steve Fulton, who's produced and recorded the last 6 of my tracks, or 7. He was on lead guitar. Darian Renee was to my right, amazing singer, piano player. She produced my last 2 tracks ago called Beloved. My friend Troy was on my left playing bass. He's in a million bands. And of course, Aaron Atkins is kind of the drum guy here in Boise. So I'm really lucky to call these guys friends, you know, and they came and they just showed up and they knew their parts, and it was great, dude. We practiced twice before that show, and that was our first show. So I'm really looking forward to more shows. We go when we finally say goodbye. I've got a few more coming up. I kind of want to just record about 2 more songs and then lump it into a vinyl to actually make a record for next year's release. I would love to start touring again, so we just have to kind of see the temperature of the world and the world situation first. But I do miss the road, and I've got a van and a bunch of instruments ready to go. So. It's always hard to say. It's kind of the same process. I've definitely had more miles on me now with the 10 years of touring. I've seen a lot, and it sounds weird, but done a lot, and been very lucky to do that. And so I definitely reflect upon my experiences in the last few years, where 2007 I was a lot younger, and everything was just about having crushes on girls and breakups and stuff like that, things like that. But now sometimes when I write, I actually really picture the very end product and try to work backwards. And like, well, this would be cool. I love playing guitar, but sometimes what you like playing is not what people like to hear. And so I'm like actually trying to figure out the end product and do less is more type of approach, and then work backwards and like, maybe this is not a guitar part, maybe this is a harp part, or maybe this is this or that or the other. Yeah, I've done most of these tracks. Well, I started a lot of them in 2018 in Kansas City when I was still on the road, and they just sat on my computer for a long time. Moved here, was lucky enough to meet Steve Fulton, and he had them on his computer for this is a long story, had them on his computer for a long time. We finally decided to start recording it. So I've done most of the tracks here at Audiolab, almost all of them, and the last track, 2 tracks ago, I released a lot of songs, and the next one was produced by Darian Renee in her studio. Not actually in Boise proper, but a little bit on the outskirts. Yeah, I'm a lucky guy to work with these people. Sure, Dustin Morris Music. Check me out on Spotify or iTunes, all the places. I would say every Monday, but I'm kind of lax on my schedule. Most Mondays I have a show called Music Mondays on my Facebook page at 7 o'clock Mountain Time, and I tell jokes. They're really awful, and I sing songs that are hopefully not as awful.
Let's move it on. Hard times. Got this picture in my mind, and you're smiling bright and wide. That was so long ago. Our love is cold, 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 cold. Yeah, my mind has laid out so much easier. Going out with smiles instead of going out with flames. It's been so long since we hit those eyes each other. It's the end of a day. It's the end of a day. That you got to do. Depends on how it goes. Won't be my shoelace, I'll be my baby right here open, or just keep it closed. Hard times, feel like it's all on the line. Your eyes tell me it's into time. We say goodbye. So much easier going out with smiles instead of going out with places that so long since we hit those eyes each other. It's the end of a day. It's the end of a day. Do we have any plans for tonight? Do we have any plans? You guys having a good time? So, before I drove here today, super hot up here. We're gonna do a little costume change up. Before I drove today, my intention was just to meet as many people and have a great show as I can. But also, I've been lucky enough to play some of the largest venues in the world, and I've also learned that the shows go by so quick and you never actually get a chance to look around. And so I want to do that today. I want to get around, I just want to stop and look around. So I'm just going to look at everyone there. Yeah, there you are, there you are, there you are, and here we are. Okay, now that's processed, we'll move on to the next song. Thanks everybody. Here's to you, my lover. What I found. My clear copy is so into the memory. I spin around the fire, skin to skin. Day after day, the magic is right here. Lines that we rise to the times in our life are complete. Yes, you deeply regarded. We need to do this more often. Nobody hears the secrets that we keep. Wait for your return right here, 'cause they just wanna breathe. My clear copy is so into the warmth of your memory. Spin around the sun. Day after day, the magic is right next to me. Lies that we rise to the times in our life are complete. Whoa. So into the warmth of your memory. Day after day, the magic is right here.